Brothers and sisters, I want you to hold your heads up tonight. I want you to believe in something bigger than yourself, something greater than the obstacles you're facing right now. Because you know what? God will make a way for you. You may be walking through storms, facing giants, climbing mountains, but I'm telling you, God will make a way. You see, we serve a God who doesn't know the word impossible. He specializes in turning setbacks into setups for your greatest comeback. When the path ahead looks blocked, that's when God steps in and says, watch me work. Life isn't always easy. The road won't always be straight. You might fall, you might stumble, but you don't stay down. You get back up because you know there's something greater waiting for you. That's the promise. God didn't bring you this far to leave you now. So whatever you're going through, whatever trial, tribulation, or temptation, don't give up. God has a plan. He is orchestrating something in your life. You might not see it yet, but He's working behind the scenes. When you're at your lowest, that's when God can lift you to your highest. So trust in Him. Keep the faith. God will make a way. Let me tell you something about faith. Faith is not about seeing it in front of you. It's about believing in something bigger than the circumstances around you. It's about walking into the unknown with nothing in your hand and knowing that God has already prepared the way. Now, that kind of faith is tough. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's the kind of faith that moves mountains. You see, when life hits you with roadblocks, dead ends, and impossible situations, that's when faith comes alive. When you're looking at the bills piling up, the diagnosis you didn't want to hear, the dreams that seem too far out of reach, that's when you've got to dig deeper and remind yourself that God is greater than what you see. Faith isn't about what's in front of you. It's about who is behind you. You can't rely on your own strength in those moments. You have to trust that there's a force at work that you can't see yet, but it's working in your favor. That's the power of believing without seeing. Trusting without knowing how, moving forward, even when you don't have all the answers. The truth is, faith isn't logical. It doesn't always make sense. But that's where the miracle happens. When you stop relying on your own understanding and start leaning on the fact that God's got your back, no matter what. When the odds are stacked against you, that's when God steps in. He takes those very obstacles and uses them to create a path. You might not see the bridge, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. God doesn't need your understanding. He needs your trust. Faith in the impossible isn't about waiting until you feel ready. It's about stepping out when you feel unsure, uncertain, and even afraid, and knowing that God will meet you there. Faith doesn't remove the challenges. It prepares you for them. It gives you the strength to push through, knowing that even when it feels like the world is closing in, you've got a promise over your life. God will make a way even when there seems to be no way. That's the kind of faith that breaks chains, moves mountains, and brings you into the promise. So don't wait for the perfect conditions to believe. Don't wait for all the answers to show up. Trust in the process, believe in the impossible, and know that with God, nothing is out of reach. Let me tell you something powerful. Perseverance through adversity is where character is forged. It's easy to celebrate success when everything is going your way, but true strength is revealed in those moments when you feel like giving up. Life will throw curveballs at you, trials, challenges, heartbreaks, and it's in those very moments that your perseverance is tested. When you're facing adversity, it can feel overwhelming. You might feel like the walls are closing in and the weight of the world is resting on your shoulders. But I want you to understand that every struggle is an opportunity. Every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger, to dig deeper, and to find the courage that lies within you. The journey won't always be easy, but it's essential for your growth. It's about pushing through when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Think about it, the greatest stories, the most inspiring journeys are not written in moments of ease. They are forged in the fires of struggle. They are born from the late nights, the early mornings, the relentless pursuit of a dream, despite the challenges. It's about having the heart to keep moving forward when the odds are stacked against you. Perseverance is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And let me tell you, there will be days when you'll want to throw in the towel. You'll feel like your efforts are in vain, and you might question whether you're on the right path. But those are the defining moments, the moments that separate those who succeed from those who quit. You have to push through the pain, push through the uncertainty, and remind yourself that every step you take is a step closer to your goal. You have to learn to embrace the struggle, embrace the discomfort. It's not about avoiding hardship, it's about facing it head on. It's about saying, I will not be defeated. It's about finding that inner strength and resolve to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. It's a chance to redefine who you are. When you rise from the ashes, you come out stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Adversity shapes you, molds you, and prepares you for what's to come. So take heart in your struggles. Let them be your fuel. Let them be the fire that ignites your passion and determination. At the end of the day, perseverance through adversity is a testament to your spirit. It's a declaration that you will not be defined by your challenges, but rather you will rise above them. You will emerge victorious. And when you do, you'll carry with you not just the victory, but the wisdom that comes from the journey. Keep going. You are stronger than you think, and every step forward is a step towards greatness. Let me share something profound with you about God's timing. We live in a world that demands immediate results, where we want things to happen at the snap of our fingers. We set our goals, we make our plans, and we expect everything to unfold according to our timeline. But here's the truth: God doesn't work on our schedule. He operates on a divine timeline that often doesn't align with our understanding or our desires. There are moments in life when you're waiting for a breakthrough, yearning for answers, or hoping for a change. You might feel stuck, like you're spinning your wheels in mud. The clock is ticking, and you start to wonder, why isn't this happening? Why hasn't God shown up yet? That's when patience becomes crucial. It's easy to lose hope when things don't come together as quickly as we want, but I'm telling you, God's timing is perfect. It's not just about getting what you want, it's about receiving what you need at the right moment. You see, in those moments of waiting, God is doing something remarkable. He's preparing you. He's aligning people and circumstances in your favor. He's crafting a plan that you can't even see yet. You might think you're ready, but God knows the depths of your heart. He knows when you're truly prepared to step into your purpose, and He's not going to rush you into something you're not ready for. That's why it's crucial to trust the process. Think about it: every great achievement, every significant moment in history has happened at just the right time. It's not a coincidence, it's a testament to divine orchestration. When you look back at your own life, you can see the threads that weave together in ways you never expected. The doors that opened at the right moment, the people who came into your life when you needed them most, the lessons learned through trials and setbacks, all of it shapes your journey. God's timing teaches us patience, resilience, and faith. It reminds us that we are not in control, and that's okay. It's liberating to let go of the reins and trust that God has a plan for us. When you feel like nothing is happening, that's when you lean in closer to God. Seek His presence, immerse yourself in prayer, and know that He is working things out for your good. Understand that waiting is not wasted time. Every moment you spend in anticipation is an opportunity for growth, for reflection, and for preparation. While you wait, build your character, strengthen your spirit, and hone your skills. Equip yourself for the blessings that are on their way. When the time is right, you will step into what God has prepared for you, and it will be more incredible than you could have ever imagined. So embrace the waiting period. Embrace the uncertainty. Trust that God is moving behind the scenes, setting the stage for your breakthrough. When you finally receive what you've been praying for, it will come with a sense of fulfillment that can only be matched by the journey you took to get there. Remember, in all things, God's timing is the perfect timing. Let's talk about divine purpose, because that's where the magic happens in our lives. Each one of us is here for a reason, and that reason is woven into the very fabric of who we are. We are not just wandering through life aimlessly. We have a mission, a calling that is uniquely ours. Understanding and embracing your divine purpose is one of the most powerful journeys you can embark on. You see, life is not just about existing from one day to the next. It's about discovering what you were put here to do. You might feel a tug in your heart, a whisper in your soul, urging you to pursue something greater. That's your divine purpose calling you, and it's essential to listen. It might be a passion for helping others, a desire to create, or a drive to make a difference in the world. Whatever it is, it's a piece of the puzzle that only you can fulfill. But let me be clear, the path to discovering your purpose is not always straightforward. There will be challenges, doubts, and setbacks. You might feel lost at times, questioning your direction. But here's the beauty in that struggle. Every hardship is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for growth. You have to trust that these experiences are shaping you, preparing you for the moment when you will step into your calling. It's easy to compare yourself to others and think, why am I not there yet? But remember, your journey is unique. God has a timeline for you that is not defined by someone else's success. You're not meant to walk someone else's path. You're here to carve your own. Embrace your story, your struggles, and your victories, because they are all part of the tapestry of your divine purpose. When you begin to align with your purpose, something incredible happens. You find fulfillment in your work, joy in your passions, and a sense of peace that transcends the chaos around you. It's like discovering a piece of yourself that you didn't even know was missing. You become more resilient, more driven, and more focused on the things that truly matter. And let's talk about the impact of living in your purpose. When you're walking in alignment with your calling, you inspire others. Your passion becomes contagious. Your joy becomes a light for those around you. You might not realize the ripple effect you have, but the truth is, when you live your purpose, you encourage others to pursue theirs. You become a beacon of hope, reminding them that they too have a unique role to play in this world. Don't shy away from your divine purpose. Embrace it even when it feels daunting. Remember that you are equipped for this journey. The challenges will come, but they are part of the preparation. Trust that God has given you everything you need to fulfill your calling. The strengths you possess, the passions you feel, and the experiences you've gathered are all designed to help you succeed in your mission. So take that leap of faith. Step into your divine purpose with courage and conviction. Be bold in your pursuits and know that you are not alone. There is a greater force at work, guiding you, supporting you, and cheering you on as you fulfill your destiny. When you align with your purpose, you're not just living, you're thriving, and that's where the real magic happens. Let's dive deep into the idea of transformation from trials, because this is where true growth occurs. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and often it's in our toughest moments that we find our greatest strength. You see, trials are not just obstacles, they are powerful teachers that shape us into who we are meant to be. Every challenge you face, every hardship you endure is an opportunity for transformation. When you find yourself in the midst of a struggle, it can feel overwhelming. You might be tempted to throw in the towel, to question why you're going through this. But I want you to understand that these trials are not here to break you. They are here to build you up. It's during these times of adversity that you discover the depths of your character. You unearth strengths you didn't even know you had. Think about the moments in your life that seemed insurmountable, the heartbreak, the loss, the failure. It felt like the world was closing in around you and you didn't know how you would make it through. But here's the thing you did. You stood up, faced the storm, and emerged on the other side. That's transformation. It's the process of turning pain into purpose, setbacks into comebacks. Every trial you face can be seen as a forge. Just like metal is heated and hammered to become stronger, your spirit is tested and refined through adversity. You are shaped by the fires of your experiences. Each challenge adds to your resilience, teaches you valuable lessons, and prepares you for what lies ahead. You become more adaptable, more determined, and more aware of your own strength. But transformation doesn't happen automatically. It requires a mindset shift. You have to decide that you will not be a victim of your circumstances, but rather a warrior in your own life. It's about choosing to rise above, to learn from the experience, and to grow through it. Every time you encounter a setback, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to become better? This mindset will turn your trials into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. And let's not forget the power of community during these times. It's vital to surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you to keep moving forward, who remind you of your worth. In times of struggle, we often find that our greatest support comes from those who have walked similar paths. Their stories of transformation inspire us and remind us that we are not alone in our battles. Remember, transformation from trials isn't just about personal growth, it's also about the impact you can have on others. Your journey can serve as a beacon of hope for those who are struggling. When they see you rise from your challenges, it encourages them to believe that they too can overcome their trials. You become a living testament to the fact that adversity can lead to greatness. So embrace your trials. Embrace the struggle. Lean into the discomfort and trust that transformation is taking place. Understand that every hardship is an invitation to become a better version of yourself. You are being prepared for something greater, something that requires the strength and resilience you are developing through these experiences. Ultimately, transformation from trials is about recognizing that your challenges are a vital part of your story. They are shaping you into the person you are destined to become. Stand firm in your faith, trust the process, and remember that you have the power to turn your trials into triumphs. You are not defined by what happens to you, you are defined by how you respond to it. So rise up, embrace the journey, and watch as you transform into the person you were always meant to be. Let's take a moment to explore the profound concept of hope in the darkness. Life has a way of throwing us into shadowy valleys, moments when it feels like the light is dim and the weight of the world is pressing down on our shoulders. But it's precisely in those moments of despair and uncertainty that hope becomes our most powerful ally. When you find yourself in a dark place, it can be incredibly challenging to hold on to hope. The feelings of fear, doubt, and anxiety can seep into your thoughts, clouding your vision and making it difficult to see any way forward. But let me tell you something, hope is not a mere feeling, it's a choice, a decision to believe that better days are ahead. It's a light that flickers within you, even when the circumstances outside seem bleak. Imagine standing at the edge of a storm. The winds are howling, the rain is pouring, and it feels like everything is crashing down around you. That's when hope shows up not as a loud proclamation, but as a quiet whisper that reminds you that this too shall pass. Hope is the unwavering belief that, despite the chaos and confusion, there is a purpose to your pain. It's the conviction that you will emerge from the darkness stronger and wiser than before. When you're in those dark times, it's vital to nurture that flicker of hope. How do you do that? You do it by focusing on the small victories. Celebrate the little things that bring you joy, the moments of laughter, the acts of kindness you encounter. They may seem insignificant, but they are signs that light still exists in the world, even when the shadows loom large. It's also important to remember that you are not alone in your struggles. Everyone faces dark nights of the soul at some point. Your story is part of a much larger narrative. Lean into your support system, family, friends, or even a community. Sharing your burdens lightens the load, and those who care about you can help reignite your hope when it flickers dim. Their presence is a reminder that you are valued and loved, even in your most challenging moments. In the depths of darkness, hope fuels your perseverance. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when every step feels heavy. It reminds you that every trial has a purpose, that every setback can lead to a comeback. When you keep hope alive in your heart, you begin to see possibilities where others see impossibilities. You become a beacon of light, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Let's not forget the power of faith. When hope and faith intertwine, they create an unbreakable bond. Faith in something greater than yourself, be it God, the universe, or the intrinsic goodness of humanity, fuels your hope. It whispers to you that you are part of a grand design, that your struggles are not in vain, and that there is a light waiting for you on the other side of your trials. As you navigate through the darkness, hold on to hope like a lifeline. It may be the smallest spark, but it has the power to light up the entire room. Trust that the night will give way to dawn, that the storms will eventually pass. When you begin to see that light breaking through, you'll realize that the darkness served a purpose. It deepened your understanding, expanded your capacity for empathy, and strengthened your resolve. So as you journey through life, remember that hope is your anchor in turbulent seas. It's the belief that every challenge is temporary and that you have the strength within you to overcome. Embrace hope in the darkness, let it guide you, and you will find the courage to face whatever comes your way. You are more resilient than you know, and with hope in your heart, you can navigate any storm. Keep believing, keep fighting, and know that light will always find a way to break through. Let's dive into the powerful concept of unshakable trust. Trust is a cornerstone of our lives, a foundation upon which we build our relationships, our dreams, and our ambitions. But unshakable trust goes beyond mere confidence. It is a deep-seated belief that remains steadfast even in the face of adversity. It's that unwavering conviction that no matter the circumstances, you are guided, protected, and ultimately destined for greatness. Now, let's be real, life is full of uncertainty. There are moments that shake us to our core when everything we thought we knew is turned upside down. During these times, it's easy to lose faith, to question everything, and to feel like the ground beneath us is crumbling. But that's when unshakable trust becomes essential. It's about digging deep within yourself and finding that solid ground, that inner strength that tells you to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Trust is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs to be strengthened. It requires practice and intention. You have to actively choose to trust, even when fear tries to creep in. Think about the times you faced doubt and uncertainty. How did you respond? Did you allow fear to dictate your actions, or did you lean into your faith? Unshakable trust means choosing to believe in the good, in the possibilities, and in the greater plan that is unfolding before you, even when you can't see it. When you cultivate this kind of trust, you begin to understand that challenges are not barriers, but rather stepping stones to your growth. Each trial you face is an opportunity to deepen your faith. It's in those moments of difficulty that you learn to rely on something greater than yourself. You realize that you don't have to have all the answers. You simply need to have faith that everything is happening for a reason. One of the keys to developing unshakable trust is to surround yourself with positivity. Seek out people who uplift you, who inspire you to reach for the stars. Their energy becomes a reflection of your own. When you're surrounded by those who have unshakable trust themselves, it reinforces your belief that you can navigate through anything life throws your way. Let's not forget the importance of gratitude. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It allows you to see the blessings even in the midst of trials. When you recognize the good that exists around you, it strengthens your trust in the journey. You begin to understand that each setback is preparing you for a comeback, and that trust is the bridge that connects you to your goals. Trust is also about surrender. It's about letting go of the illusion of control and accepting that some things are beyond your influence. You have to release your grip on the outcome and trust that the universe or God has a plan for you. This doesn't mean you stop working hard or pursuing your dreams. It means you approach life with an open heart, ready to receive whatever comes your way. In moments of doubt, remind yourself of the times you've faced challenges before and emerged stronger. Reflect on the lessons learned and the growth experienced. Each trial has contributed to your story, shaping you into the person you are today. This reflection builds your unshakable trust, reinforcing the belief that you have what it takes to overcome anything. Remember, trust is not blind faith. It's informed belief. It's based on your experiences, your values, and your understanding of the world around you. You've seen the way things have unfolded in your life, the times you've been carried through adversity, the moments when you thought all was lost but found a way to rise again. So cultivate that unshakable trust. Embrace the uncertainty of life with confidence. Know that you are capable, resilient, and deserving of every good thing. Trust in your journey, trust in the process, and trust that you are being led exactly where you need to go. When you have that unshakable trust, there's nothing that can stand in your way. You'll face every challenge head on, knowing that no matter what, you are supported, you are loved, and you are never alone on this journey.